All right, let's do this, bro. Let's do this. Hi, everybody. Are you excited, Liam? Big blindfold match here.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I was a little nervous earlier in the week about it, but sort of starting to shake it off a bit now, and feeling pretty good. So.
Nice. Yeah, well, we've obviously played a few games, and it's been pretty up and down. Definitely getting good positions, but there's times where you are missing things.
Yeah, I definitely have some weaknesses, but thankfully Boa hasn't seen our practice matches, so hopefully
he did see one. He did see the first one.
Yeah.
But
that's all right.
I think it'll be fine. That. Take your time. We're going to have plenty of time anyway. It's going to be 30 minutes with 30-second increment. So that is a stack load of time.
Yeah.
At the same time, you do need to keep some time pressure on, because I suspect Jason's going to drag this out to a 50-odd move game. Whether he's losing or not, I've advised him not to resign.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, so it's going to be a tough old match.
Yeah.
Tough old match. But at the same time, I definitely think you can do it. I have faith in you. I do.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely doable. I think, the match really could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised if I 2-0 him or if he 2-0s me.
Yeah.
I'm
expecting him to 2-0 you. I'm not going to lie.
I also think I'm the underdog,
Dylan Chisnell said, "Kia ora, Liam."
Kia ora. How are we? Long time no see.
It should be an exciting match anyway. So I'm going to do a little bit of odds and predictions. So first thing I want to look at is stats. So we'll have a little look at we'll look at friends. We'll go in and have a look at Jason Boa. Where is Jason Boa? He's never played a bullet game in his life. So if it comes down to time, mate, you should win that. Jason Boa. Dylan says he remembers you and your dad teaching him chess.
Oh,
there you go.
Good. A few years ago.
Yeah, it's a fair few now. 1471 from Jason Boa. Very strong, actually, 1471. And he is definitely on the rise too, so he'll be 1500 in no time. So really strong player. Expect some good solid play from him. From what I've seen with Jason as well, an excellent in-game player. So you may think you're in a winning position, but he may just find a way to squeeze a draw or a win in his favour.
Yeah, for sure. Around that 1500 mark, that's no joke. For me, that was sort of the first real, one of the first sort of big runs on the ladder when you're making the climb up.
Yeah, it was definitely for me as well. Yep.
Yeah.
1500 was a big milestone.
Yeah, and it's what is that? He's got 500 odd games. That's it's not just he's running good or something. He's playing sharp.
Holy shit, he has 550 games. Good job, Boa. Yeah, he's onto it. Fantastic. All right, and then we'll have a look at your stats. I'm muffing this a bit. Oh, this hurts.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be a lot worse, to be fair. I've come back a lot.
It did.
So, anyway, I can't get into the thing, but 1850, I believe. 1860 at the moment, so incredibly strong. He's top 1 percentile. Very, very, very strong. The hard part for you, I think, is keeping the position in your head, but if you can do that, you should have pretty good games. Alright, so for everyone in the chat, basically it's going to be a 30-minute game with a 30-second increment. So I'll send a challenge to Jason Boa. He'll be able to see the screen, but he won't be watching the stream. And then Liam will be blindfolded. He will be on stream. So we can all see that he's not cheating. Not that he would. But I will say the coordinates of the moves that Jason Bold plays, and I will play the moves when Liam plays the coordinates. So you'll pick up if you haven't followed it quick enough. During which I'll talk about the position a little bit. I'll mute the stream. I'll mute Liam's stream so I can talk about the position. No, yep, okay, muting's easy. And we should have a pretty bloody good chess game. So if you want to jump on line there, Jason, I will send you a request. Yeah, turn the stream off if you don't mind, Jason, because I want to talk, and I will talk about the best possible move in the situation. So obviously we don't want you hearing my thoughts on the position. Just want your chess play. Rightio, so once Bowl gets in here, we will head underway. Well, I'm excited. I don't know about you, Liam, but I'm really excited. I'm interested. You've had a little bit of practice. You probably could have done with another month, but throw yourself in the deep end and see if you can swim.
Even one more day I would have taken, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sure. You go.
I'm excited overall, man. You know, I was quite nervous about it, but I sort of thought to myself, you know, like, why am I doing this? You know, I sort of, for the viewers, I was one that proposed this challenge. It wasn't like, I don't have anything against Jason, you know, I just think he's a great guy. It was just about trying to find quite a reasonable opponent. You know, if I played Keenan, for instance, he'd just crush me. But, you know, just for me, it was a way that I could sort of, you know, generate a bit of enthusiasm around the game, you know, maybe bring some people over that, you know, probably wouldn't be watching chess on a Friday night, or, you know, something like that. So yeah, I'm happy to be out here growing the game a little, you know, win, lose or draw. I think I achieved my goal. So
yeah, and good on you for it. Yeah, Jason's no joke. Barring you, he's the strongest player I know.
Yeah, okay.
Huge room for improvement, and a very, very good player. Yeah.
I've never actually played him.
First game. Interesting.
Yeah, never played him. I had a look over some of his games, you know, sort of leading into this. And yeah, I'm like reasonably happy with, you know, with what I'm seeing. I think there are some weaknesses there that's, you know, if he doesn't play well, I should be able to sort of, you know, pounce on him.
Makes sense. Okay, rightio. So I'm about to send the challenge to Jason. So I've got 30 minutes, 30-second increment. It's an unrated game. Colours random, so the first game will be a coin flip anyway to see who's black and who's white. I imagine both players very much want white first. I would.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Right, do you want to slap your blindfold on and I'll hit play?
Yep. Sounds good.
He didn't go out and buy that, by the way. He owns it. It's just his blindfold.
All good.
All right. Sending the challenge to Jason. No, that is not right. Bear with me, team. I'm very sorry.
Do.
I somehow sent 1 minute, which I don't think you'd do too well at. 30 and 30. Okay, good. I believe I have it this time.
Let's get it.
Sorry, stream. I'm a bit of a cabbage. Whew. I hope that's 30 seconds. Alright, good luck. Have fun. You have the white pieces.
Would you mind typing good luck to Jace?
Yep, sure.
I'm white, right?
Yep.
D4.
E4.
D4.
Did you say D4?
I said D4.
Fuck.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll play on with E4.
No. I got all excited.
Anyway, move one.
I got all excited. I believe that you're going to end up with the black pieces.
What's that?
I got told off for swearing. Right, okay, good. Right, D4
Yeah.
on the board.
So we have one D4 on the board, is that right?
Correct.
Alright, okay.
He plays D5
C4.
on the board. E6
Knight C3.
on the board. Bishop to B4.
A3.
On the board. Bishop takes C3.
B takes C3.
On the board. Sort of flying through the opening here. It's pretty standard. I think Liam will be pretty happy with the position he's got, but as will Boa. I expected maybe that Jason would play some something a bit sneakier, something like G6 move 1, just to mix things up a bit. But I like what he's doing here. He's just going to try and play a solid position, and yeah, we should have ourselves a chess game. C6.
Bishop F4.
On the board. Knight to D7. And if Liam gives me an illegal move, I will simply say illegal move, and he will have to work out what's
E3.
wrong. E3 on the board. Knight to Knight G to F6.
Knight F3.
On the board. Castle short.
Bishop E2.
On the board. So we've sort of reached a position that's been played thousands of times, I'm sure, in the database. I've played it a lot. Liam's played this heaps and heaps. I don't know about Jason, but I'd say he has. Both sides are looking very solid. This is what you could describe as a weakness, but I don't think it is, because at any time white can simply take on d5. Probably the biggest weakness for black is this light squared bishop, which is really stuck in. So he's got to find a way to get this bishop into the game, and then his queen, so his rooks are connected. For Liam, plan's pretty simple. He's going to castle. Knight to e4.
Queen C2.
On the board. H6. What's everybody's sort of predictions? Who do you think will win? Do you think Liam can do this? It's a really big ask, especially with short notice. He's only been practicing about a week. He has had experience in the past, though. Liam's been playing chess his whole life, pretty much.
C takes D5.
On the board. He's been playing seriously, I'd say, about 6 or 7 years, as in studying the game. And he's improved immensely in the last couple of years. He was about Jason's level, I would say, 3 years ago. C takes D5.
Castle's short.
On the board. Yeah, Kieran. So you used to play. You've got the right mind for chess. Actually, a lot of the poke boys do. Um, I'll set up a match if you want to play. B6. Yeah, do it, Kieran. It's a really good game. I'm happy to play you too if you want some lessons.
Bishop D3.
I'm happy to show you what I know. I'm okay. I'm actually just starting to feel like I'm half decent at the game. Like I feel like I'm probably a good player now, but it's taken a lot of time, and I still make a lot of mistakes.
Did you catch that?
Yep, bishop to D3. Knight D to F6.
Rook F B1.
Rook FB1
Yep.
on the board. I really like what Liam's done here. So basically, he's going to try and attack on the queen and A4, A5, and see if he can make something happen on the queen side. Jason Bowl has also done quite well. He's positioned these knights very well. Oops. They're incredibly strong. So yeah, it should be a good game. I'm not too sure about the bishop. I'll just pass it on to Liam. Bishop to B7. Yeah, Salty Clown, you got it right. Better him than me. And Jason and Kieran, that'd make a good match. I'd watch that.
A4.
On the board. Nice move. You have 30 minutes on the clock, Liam.
3-0.
Correct.
Right, thank you. How's Jace going for time?
About the same, 28. Rook to C8. First real threat of the game. So, Rook takes C3 is a big threat. Liam has to deal with that some way. He can't take the knight because it's just going to be replaced by the other knight. So I would probably play Rook B3. I'm not sure if that's the best move or not, but it is what I would play. And then I would say Jason's going to very calmly place his queen on C7 and continue to attack. The other way to deal with it is to try and push the pawn. So by playing C4, but after pawn takes C4, bishop takes C4, the queen is under attack through the bishop, so the bishop is pinned to the queen, and that could create all sorts of issues very quickly for Liam's position. So he has to play this quite carefully. I want to see probably Rook B3, but I'm not too sure.
Queen B2.
On the board. To get knights in, they're quite tricky in the position, but I'll take with rook so he can double up and start putting some pressure on this file. Jason is definitely winning at the moment. C3 is a big loss. Rook takes C3.
What was the last move you played for me?
Queen to B2.
Again. Ah, I see. I think we've had a miscommunication.
Where?
So let me double check.
Hopefully I haven't fucked this. No, I'm sorry if I have.
Yeah, so he's got a knight on D5, doesn't he?
No.
Oh, doesn't he?
This does not bode well for Liam. Generally, we get a lot further than this. He checkmated his opponent in our last game, but I think he has lost the position in his head somewhere.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
So I think somewhere he's forgotten that he played knight to e4, which meant that that pawn was double attacked. So he's going to be super disappointed. I don't think it was me. It might have been. If it is, I'm sure he will look back in the stream later and tell me off. But we'll see if he can come back from it. If he can figure out the position in his head, it's not that bad. He just needs to get this pawn rolling and start attacking this weak bishop. But first he needs to do something about this bishop, and I would just take. It seems like the simplest way. Encroaching.
Bishop takes.
Sorry, you go.
Bishop. Sorry, what?
Bishop takes.
E4.
Bishop takes e4 on the board. Encroaching on 20 minutes.
Right. Thank you.
Knight takes e4. Liam really needs to break, and I think it works too. He does need to be careful with back rank checkmate. For example, if he presses a5 and the queen comes over for two attackers, if he takes, pawn takes, he comes up. Oh, it's not actually quite checkmate now, I look at it, but he has to be careful. He will look to push h3 at some stage, but I think a5 needs to come as soon as possible. He's got to try and win these 2 pawns for his pawn, otherwise he will just lose the game in the endgame. Because being up a pawn doesn't seem like a lot, but if you strip all the pieces off the board and it's just the kings and the pawns left, the 1 pawn is generally pretty good.
Knight d2.
On the board. Knight takes d2.
Queen takes c3.
On the board. Knight takes b1.
Rook takes b1.
On the board. So he's traded into an opposite bishop endgame. So what he's going to, well, it's not an endgame yet because the queens are still on the board, but what he's going to try and do is hold a draw with the opposite side bishops. I think he still needs to get in a5 as soon as possible. Queen to d7.
a5.
On the board. Unfortunately, I think this is too late. I think he can play, Jason can play b5 now. And that's going to be a huge issue in the endgame because once he gets in b5 and a6, he will be crushing. Rook to c8.
Queen b2.
On the board. B takes a5.
h3.
On the board. Hi, Kristen. I don't want to distract him at the minute, but I will tell him that you were supporting him the whole way through as soon as we're finished. Bishop to c6. Tough game for Liam to play, but it's also very tough for Jason to win this. These double pawns, it is 2 extra pawns, but they're really hard to keep pushing up the board. I think Liam has to get creative. To be fair, I don't know how, though. It's going to be tough. 15 minutes.
Thank you.
The reason he's struggling so much is because there's not a lot white can do, but wait for black to make some moves. He may resign and just move on to game 2. It's really, really hard to come up with a plan as white. And I'm looking at the board.
Bishop G3.
On the board. Ten minutes.
Thank you.
A4.
Rook A1.
On the board. A6.
F3.
On the board. Bishop B5. Quite instructive chess play by Jason. So basically, he has a huge advantage in this white bishop and these 2 pawns. I don't necessarily think this
Bishop
is...
E1.
On the board. I don't necessarily think this is the best move set, but what he's done is put all his pieces on light squares, and basically it's going to be hard for this bishop to attack anything. So it's a good way to play when you have opposite bishops. Queen to C6. Here I am just blundering queens. Seven minutes remaining.
Thank you. Bishop B4.
On the board. queen to c2.
Rook A2.
On the board. And if queen takes b2,
Rook takes B2.
Six and a half minutes on the clock.
Right. What's he got? Heaps.
Yeah, heaps. 23.
Yeah.
Rough position to play.
I think I'm drawing. If
Yeah,
we
I think
trade
it. I think with best play, it is a draw.
Yeah, I think if we trade the queens and rooks, I think I'm drawing.
Queen takes b2. Rook takes b2. Rook c1 check.
King F2.
On the board. Rook f1 check.
Oh, I didn't see that. Nice move. King G3.
On the board. I thought it was a draw too, but I'm not sure it is now because I think after Rook E1, you're attacking this weakness. Oh, I guess you can defend it. Then the pawns can roll. Nah, I don't think this is a draw. Rook. Oosh. Rook A1.
Bishop C5.
On the board. A3.
Rook B3.
On the board. A2.
Rook A3.
On the board. Bishop C4. That's the game. Really well done by Jason Ball. He played that very well. So basically, it doesn't matter where the rook goes now on this rank. Liam can't do anything about it. He really needs that bishop to be on C3, defending the dark square, but he never managed to get it there.
That's good.
Yeah, man, that's GG.
Yeah, it's GG. I'm pretty sure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that. White resigns.
White resigns. On the board.
Yeah, that's real good.
Yeah. I think you needed to play the bishop back. Not forward.
Oh, yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think my blunder came long ago, though, when I blundered the C pawn.
Oh yeah, obviously, huge blunder, and that's Liam's break. If you don't understand, so he's looking to play C4 at some stage, and then get his pawns rolling up because he's going to have the majority on the king side, with the C pawn as well, and Jason's going to have the majority on the king side. So when he lost the C pawn, it was huge, and you'll see that when you watch the stream a little bit later on, Liam.
Yeah.
Me talking about it. So you needed to play Rook B3.
I actually, didn't know. I'm gonna guess. I thought it was about move 15. Must be move 13 by black. Knight D F6. Oh no. Oh yeah, yep. I thought the other knight retreated.
Oh, okay. I
So
definitely
I
said
didn't think
DF6.
Yeah, there. I had a real long thinking there. Where is it? I can't quite see all of your screen, but yes, I thought there was a knight on D7 and that the knight on E4 had retreated to F6.
Yeah.
So that's, when I played Queen B2 and eventually got Rook C8 in, I didn't think the C pawn was hanging.
Just a side note, you had quite a big supporter here, Kristen Mildren.
Oh yeah, nice.
She was cheering you on the whole way, mate.
Oh, excellent. It's good to hear.
And she just said, great work anyway, Liam, and take care. Yeah, I mean, obviously, for anyone watching, anyone who's played chess is a hell of a hard game. I have no idea how Liam knows what's going on move 35. That is unfathomable for me. I've gotten about as far as move 15, and then it is just whitewash in my brain. So really good game. Well played, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
He, not she, sorry, bro. That's my bad.
Is there any other talking points of that game, do you think?
You had a really good position, man. You played something that you've played 10,000 times before. And yeah, if it wasn't for misplacing this knight, so have a look. I may have given the wrong coordinates. I don't think I did, but
Nah, I think you gave the right coordinates, but I just didn't click. I thought had a brain malfunction. I thought
think they're called brain farts.
Had retreated. Yeah, had one of them.
I wanted to see something like this.
Yeah, if I'd have known that was the position, I would have played it. I was like, for a while around here, I was considering knight E5 and to try and undermine that knight that isn't on D7 anymore.
Jason Bowler said, I don't either. So he's saying that I don't know how you can do that. He doesn't know how you can do that, and he was awesome. And you really were. That was a very good showcase of skills. I know you'll be slightly disappointed, but you got a lot to be proud of there, eh?
Yeah.
It was just simply too much. And the idea of doubling the pawns, the idea was good when you played A5, but I think it was too late. I think it come too late.
Yeah.
I think the position called for it a little bit earlier. Because, like here maybe even. Oh, you did play it here. Why couldn't you do that? Oh, because you can play. Because there's no longer...
Maybe I should have.
Yeah, mate, you've got to go on this. But then he plays 4.
Yeah.
That's why.
Right,
it is.
yeah.
It's too late because he can play B5. Where in the other positions he didn't have B5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah.
And
But,
here as well, I don't know if you've got live on my stream. I think
Yeah.
you just have to take the knight and keep the rooks. Because then you can
Yeah.
play. Now you
yeah,
can
I
play
thought
A5.
about that. I think another big mistake of mine was like not having H3 in earlier.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, bro.
This A5 idea works if H3's on the board.
Couldn't agree more, man. Because when
Yeah.
he takes, I thought he had blundered, and I got all excited, and I looked down at your king and was like, nope. So
Yeah, actually, after he plays Bishop C6 there, another long think, I was looking at Queen B8.
it's not enough.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it just doesn't work anymore. I
Wrong
forgot he had
bishop.
H6 in.
If you have the light square bishop, it works all day.
Yeah.
But anyway, GG's, very well played, and super well played by you, Jason. You didn't give an inch, mate, which was
Yeah, he really didn't.
which was excellent play. Like, it was perfect play. Just say you should have played it. You did not give 1 inch. I think Liam was winning here. This was a great find. I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
and I mentioned it being the first big threat of the game. It really needs. I'm not looking at the analysis at the moment. I will look later, but I think the position calls for Rook B3.
Yeah.
So are you going to play another one, or is that enough?
I'm happy to play again. I might just take a short break, go to the toilet, get a drink. That
Yep.
sort of thing.
Fair enough. What about you, Jason Bowl? Would you like another game? White pieces? I'd go start your break anyway, mate. While he said all good. Take a couple minutes, Jason. Have a break. I'll play a couple of bullet games. So prepare for some terrible play, everybody. No, I'm not that bad, but I play 1 minute, so it's incredibly fast. And then in a couple minutes, we'll come back and we'll play the last game. Oof. Ouch. Oh, 0.1 second on the clock. You love to see it. So in that position, if I lose, it's if I get my opponent to run out of time, it's a draw because I don't have the pieces to checkmate him. So if I've got a bishop or a knight or just the king, it's not enough to checkmate my opponent. Then it's just a clean draw. Oh no! Oh no, it doesn't. Doesn't work because the knight covers it. Oh wow! I just lost that game. I should have lost there. He could have promoted. 96% accuracy from Bowler in that game. I'm not surprised. I did tell Liam that he would need 95% accuracy to beat you. And I expected you to play sort of that range. It's definitely a lot easier when you are winning, to be fair, but 96% accuracy, that's really good, man. I expect that out of myself when I play rapid games, so you should be really proud of that. Just in time to see me become #1 on bullets in my friends list, Liam.
You're already #1. I got smashed today.
Right, I'm going to get the other game ready.
Cool.
That time control seemed to work quite well.
Yeah, I was sort of surprised how much time I had out of the opening. I was a bit, felt like we're sort of pretty deep in the match, and you're just like, yep, still got 30 minutes, mate. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
All right, are you ready, Jason? Nadia Louise Steedman Mitchell said, go Liam. So there you go, mate. You got lots of support in the chat. I think we all want to see you win, mate. We do. Blindfold day, blindfold guy all day.
Let's get it.
And Boa said GG's about to sign off, and you might win this one.
Ha.
All right, I will send the challenge. I'll resend it as black if we don't get black, but we should get black this game. I was sad not to see a King's Gambit, mate.
Ah,
Next time.
next time. Thought Boa says he wasn't going to play any book moves.
I know, right? That's what I thought too.
That was old
I
theory.
know. He played a lot of book moves for sure.
Yeah.
It was that was the right way to play though. Like for both of you, it was good. It was solid. And in a positional game, if you make one mistake like you did, then it's game over.
Yeah.
In a dynamic game, you can drop a pawn. Hell, you can drop pieces.
Yeah.
But that was anything but dynamic.
Yeah. He yeah. I see what you're saying about him being a sharp in-game player. Played really, really well at the end there.
Super good. He swindled me. Yeah, he beat me in one game. I did blunder, but it was by being put under pressure. And he got a draw out of me in a position where it's just not a draw. Ugh. It hurt my pride a bit. I'm still waiting. So what I'll do is I'll send it to him again. Oh, that one's rated. Maybe that's why he's waiting. And if it is, thanks, Jason, because I don't want to lose all my rating. Ah. All right, we've got it. You got the black pieces.
Excellent.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
Send it. D4.
Knight F6.
On the board. Knight F3.
E6.
On the board. C4.
B6.
On the board. Bishop to G5.
Bishop B7.
On the board. E3.
H6.
On the board. I love what Liam's doing here. This is far better from him. It's a lot harder to keep in Liam's head, so he may make a big blunder. Bishop takes F6.
Queen takes f6.
Pussy. No, I was kidding.
I thought about
Just
it. I
just
thought
kidding. Just
about
kidding.
it.
No. Sorry. Keep concentration. Bishop e2. Basically, I'm rinsing him because he was contemplating g takes f6 and opening this file to go all out on the king. And that's what I was hoping he would do. In these positions, the stronger player usually wins because it's going to be a tactics fest. There's going to be tactics come up like bishop takes here, or there'll be something. This will be a far more exciting game, but obviously a lot harder to remember where all your pieces are on this board as opposed to the last one where it was very symmetrical. So he will be looking...
d6.
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
Delta 6.
D6 on the board. Castle's short.
Knight d7.
I really hope he castles long. I don't know. For the chess players in the chat who are, who have played quite a bit, and I really hope he castles long. Boa is faster. His attack's coming way faster, but does he know that? That's the question that Liam will be asking. How good of an attacker is Jason Boa in comparison to Liam? He plays d4, one d4, d4, c4 openings like Liam and I both play are very positional games. Knight to c3. I almost expect g5 in this position. Let's go. March these pawns up. Attack him. Castle. Bring your rook over. Get some...
Castle's long.
My man, on the board. A4. Well, that answers my question if Boa knows how to attack. A4, excellent attacking move. He is trying to open this file up for the rook to attack the black king. Liam needs to reply G5. Or he can also play A5 to stop that attack.
G5.
On the board. This is what I love about chess. A5.
Bishop G7.
On the board. Queen to A4.
Time, please.
26 minutes rather. And you see how much harder these positions are to calculate already. So move 12 and he's having to really think. It's not because he doesn't know the position, it's because there's so much to think about. The problems here is Jason is so much faster, which Liam knew, but he thought he would have a crack. He's not going to die not knowing, you know. So A takes B6 is an issue, and after A takes B6, the queen is swinging in, but also this knight has easy squares to jump in, and with the check, the king has to come to a square that it doesn't want to go because the queen
Rook
blocks.
C G8.
Sorry, can you repeat the...
Rook. Oh, sorry. Rook D G8.
on the board? He is absolutely preparing to run the king if necessary. I think rather than castling long, maybe just playing king e7 was the better move. So it would have left this rook here to defend anything on the queen side, so this attack's not so deadly. But either way, there's still chess to be played, and one mistake from Jason Bower is all that Liam needs. I still want to see g4 at some stage, and I think he's had lots of opportunity to play. I don't really understand why he hasn't played g4 yet. It forces, you're taking position on the king side, you're taking space, and it forces an action from white. Now maybe in this position he actually had to play something defensive, but the last couple moves, in my opinion, should have been g4. I really want to see this get on the board as fast as possible. Knight to b5.
A6.
Nice move, Grow, on the board. So good move by Jason, bringing the knight into b5, but I think it was slightly too late. I think the position called for taking on b6 first to open these up. Now, I don't know if the knight can get away with coming to a7 after king b7 attacks it. I guess the knight can swing and check the king. I don't know. These positions are tough. It'll be interesting to see what Jason Boll does with this knight if he is brave enough to play check. It does work by the looks of it. But maybe there's an in-between move. If the knight retreats, Liam really needs to start sending it. He's sort of... I think if the knight retreats, he's got away with murder. Oof. You have 23 minutes on the clock and Jason has 28.
Thank you. They're still there.
What's that, mate?
Keenan?
Have you lost comms?
You there?
Yeah, mate. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Well, I just pulled my headset out.
Nice. I'd taken off screen share anyway, so if that happens again, you'll be able to take off your mask.
Cool. Thank you.
Knight to a7 check. So Jason's definitely got the first attack, but in my opinion, it does not work. It's too slow without these open. So after King D8, which I think Liam has to play.
King B8.
On the board. Maybe he doesn't have to. I don't want to see Liam trading this knight for this bishop. This bishop's going to be his main attacker, and if he wants winning chances, he's going to need it. But Liam is a stronger player than me. He will, he's just thought for 10 odd minutes. He will have the best idea in his head, I would say. Queen takes d7
King takes a7.
on the board. Queen takes c7. Yeah, this is really rough. He needed to find king d8 there. King b8 just puts his king in the corner, and that's the last place he wants to be with no escape squares. So king d8 defended the knight. I'm not sure what he was planning here, but this is brutal now. For example, if he takes the pawn, we have c5. Maybe rook takes first, but then we're going to have two pieces attacking this a6 square, and he's pinned the bishop to the king. So I don't even see what there is to play in this position. It's a real shame. King d8 seemed to have good chances to me because black's attack's so much stronger. But now I think it's just lost.
B takes A5.
On the board. Rook takes A5. Ooh. Do you want to continue?
Am I in a mating net?
Yeah, it must be made in something, but if you want to play it, you can play it. His attack's coming very quickly. It might be instructive to show anyway.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, right. Let's show the viewers how you make a stronger opponent. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the trouble is, Rook, what is it? Rook F to A1 is threatening checkmate in 1, and I don't really see a good reply to that. So he has to really find Queen D8, and then after Queen takes D8, which he may not even... Yeah, I think he sort of has to play it. He does have to play it. Maybe he doesn't even have to play that. Queen.
Yeah, okay, I resign.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Brutal game. You played the right kind of game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just can't stop the mating tree. I was looking at.
Either one's good too. So he's going to swing his rook. The only way that you can really stop it is Queen D8.
Yeah.
But after Queen even if Queen just takes. But the trouble is, I think maybe he even has Rook takes in that position. So,
yeah, that is the threat. That's the threat in my mind.
Bam, bam.
I can't take, yeah.
Bam.
And that's mating.
Brutal. I wasn't sure how Jason Bowl would go attacking. So a couple of things to note in this position, and we'll have an analysis and see. But when his knight comes in, I think D8 all day, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
So even if his knight continues, fuck it, keep the bishop, bro. King E8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Castle's long.
No, that looks bad. Go back.
Okay, just in a sec. Castle's long.
Yeah.
Maybe just King E7. Or maybe you press up first. So there was no real rush to castle.
My two candidate moves were castles long or G5.
Yeah, I think G5, G4. I mean, you're a lot faster in this position until you castle, and then you are definitely not. I mean, bam! As soon as he played A4, I knew you were in trouble because I wasn't sure how Boa would go with just attacking, with opposite side castling and attacking. Now he did say that it was a plan of his to opposite side castle anyway. So, but I wasn't sure how he'd go attacking, and I thought that you would be pretty strong at attacking, but you castled into a massive threat there. And when he plays A4, it is whoosh, just coming way too fast. And I don't know what the hell Bishop F7 was. Bishop G7 rather.
Yeah, maybe bishop e7 was better. I was just sort of looking to get the rooks connected on g8 and h8.
Just in case you had to get up or something?
No, I sort of like, I sort of thought I might have had
Just
something a bit
G4,
later
bro.
on.
I was like, so I don't know how many times I highlighted this move. It's a free
it was
move
pretty
gaining
good.
space. It is so free.
Yeah.
It was we'll analyse that one because it was a bit of a quicker game, so we should be able to go
Yeah,
through.
right.
Really, really well played. Yeah, I thought the bishop was bad as well, Jason. I think that was, when bishop was played, it just went to almost completely losing, I think. But there were still options because you played your knight down, where was it, to b5, I think too early. So I liked the opening. I thought that was the right idea. Didn't like bishop takes, but that's fine. It got your queen to an awkward square.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't
fuck
doesn't
yeah.
like the castle. Oh, it wants g6, not g5. Interesting. And I
Yeah,
thought
back up,
in
back up a couple of moves.
these positions that you would still castle short and
Yeah,
still play
D6.
g5.
D6 there. Yeah, you're right. Let's go back one. So yeah, like right here, that like the best move just like seems so obvious now. You know, that just solves all
Develop
my
the bishop
development
with
problems.
tempo. Yeah, you're right, actually.
Yep. And I'd trade off straight away there pretty much every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the way to go.
And then from here, it was sort of writing on the wall. Didn't like g5, but I actually didn't mind it because at least you've got chances. But yeah,
Yeah.
like I didn't recognise the threat on your king either in castling until we played a4, and then I knew straight away that you were cooked because I already thought he was too fast with the c and d pawn. But once he adds that a pawn with the rook pushing behind it, oh bro, brutal.
Yeah, this like the C and D pawn break was sort of part of the reason I had bishop g7 on. I sort of thought maybe a bit further down the track. I assumed he'd throw the b pawn in there as well. Maybe I can trade the queen for the two rooks or something
Yep.
and slow down the attack. And then I'm like, you know, what's it? Yeah, he can mainly with a knight and a queen, I guess. But like I've still got defenders around the king. I thought he'd play a takes b6 and I'll play knight takes b6. That was the plan.
I was surprised he didn't play a takes b6. It definitely playing the knight was too early. He needs to open the file first, and it's going to be a far quicker win. Here, he's still completely winning. Yeah, I definitely see d8. I cringed a big time when you played king b8. You're just putting yourself in too much danger, but that's hard to see, you know. And when queen takes... Wow, it doesn't even want you to take the knight, bro. That's brutal.
What does that say, mate? And what?
We. Made an 8. And... Oof.
Ugh.
It is what it is, but I liked how you played, and it was a far funner game to watch.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
It was good to watch, and instructive as well. So when you've got opposite side castling, just like Jason did, and full credit to you too, Jason, brilliant. The quicker attack is going to win. So you just send it, just Kamehameha, and screw it. I'll say it, balls deep in ass. I think you had chances after d8.
Yeah.
I'm assuming check, and you just keep going. Don't even worry about it. And then g4. God, I wanted you to play that so bad. Anyway,
like the bishop on g7 is just a real hindrance for me. You know, real bad.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on with that. Yeah, good job, Boa. And I said that on stream as well. So if you watch it later or whatever, you'll see me. So Jason Boa says, soon as he castled, it was all on that side. Yeah, so, and that's dead right.
Yeah.
And I said, Jason's faster, but only if he knows how to attack. And I haven't seen an attacking game from you in our games, so I wasn't sure if you would know to just fully attack his queen side. And you did. Excellent. You found a mating threat, which was unstoppable, and you executed a plan very well. Really good game. Really good game, Jason. So yeah, I think a bit more practice though, Liam, and you'll be away, mate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how the games went. You know, obviously, anytime you don't get a win, it's not great. But you know, this is sort of what I said out there. How many viewers do you reckon tuned in?
There was about an average of 10.
Oh, nice. That's
which is double my standard. So really good. Really good. Some people that I hadn't seen before. A lot of people supporting you, mate.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. So great job. And so for everyone out there, Liam will be co-streaming on this channel. We've got to work out how to do that. So I have no idea. But basically, he'll run his own streams. I'll run my own streams. We will stream together at times like this. We'll do special features or we'll play each other. I'm really interested to do a segment on the Sicilian defence.
Yeah.
Nadia says, well done, Liam.
Thank you.
And that's well done for me too, bro, because you did something that none of us could do, mate. Like, not one person here could do what you just did. And you might have lost, but it's still incredible to see.
I think chess is tough enough when you can see the board.
Chess is so hard, bro. It's just so hard. Yeah. I've played for so many. I've studied for 5 years now, and it is still mind-bogglingly hard.
Yeah.
But I'm real good at it sometimes. Sometimes I'm just I'm the man. Then the next day I'm trash. Well, I'm going to call it there. Stream, really, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. To all the new people, thank you very much. I imagine Liam won't be done there. He'll call for another title shot. Now Jason Bauer has the belt. Yeah.
Yep, I'll be pretty keen on a rematch, I'd say. You know, bit of practice. You know, I got a bit of a fire in my belly now for it. So. And
I wouldn't mind practicing either. Maybe I might start with a easier opponent. Jason Bauer's hard enough to beat with my eyes open. So.
Yep.
But what I'll do in the chat, in my Facebook page rather, is I'll jack up a time where we can teach the Sicilian defence. So Liam will teach me, and through that, anyone who wants to learn it will be able to learn it. It'll be quite a cool segment, I think.
The Sicilian defence was the first opening I ever learned. You know, I first sort of started studying it, and I chose it because it has a sweet name. I chose the Sicilian Dragon. It sounded awesome to me, and once I started looking into it more, I just, you know, it's the opening that really made me realise what a difference opening theory makes. You know, before that, I wouldn't say I was playing random moves, but I didn't fully understand, you know, openings. I didn't realise there were so many openings. And then I just started employing the Sicilian and just started crushing people. And you know, once you got a good sort of base of openings that you're really comfortable with, you just start climbing. You know, you just start smashing people.
I couldn't agree more. Opening theory is everything. So I mean, tactics, most games is tactics, but you have to get into a good position in the first 10 moves. Otherwise, it's really hard to play. And for me, that one that really brought me from, I don't know, that sort of 800-900 rating was advice from Liam, where he got me to study the Queen's Gambit. And I very quickly become to that 1200 range because people love to take this pawn. Not so much anymore, but they definitely used to, and I love to see when they do. And sometimes even, I must say, when I'm playing against the Queen's Gambit, against Liam, he will know that I will take this pawn sometimes, and I will try to hold on to it.
Yeah, it always makes for a fun game, but
yeah,
the general consensus is
probably don't take the pawn, but if you do take the pawn, don't try to hold the pawn.
That is definitely general consensus, but I know there's positions where you can hold the pawn, because I have lost to plenty of them. Anyways, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it, everybody. Have a good night, and again, really well done, Jason.